Spinofe channel, checking in. And today I'm gonna help you actually finally schedule your CVS COVID vaccination. I know so many people are trying to get a scheduled appointment and are having no luck. They're just seeing fully booked all the time. And I wanna give you some of the information, the 411, that's gonna help you be a bit more successful in your attempts. First, if this is your first time to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'm just a dad of two trying to be a great parent to my kids and still accomplish my own personal goals. And frankly, I just make videos that I like to see to be informative, to hopefully help you, all of you who are parents and those of you who aren't. So let's just get down to it. Obviously, CVS in many states has started to roll out their vaccinations. Unfortunately, many people are finding that everything is booked up. And the truth is, they've got a lot of vaccinations that are being scheduled daily. You just need to know how to actually go about getting scheduled. So I'm going to assume that based on your state, CVS is vaccinating, and that based on you clicking on this video, that you are in the right phase and category to actually get that vaccination according to your state and federal guidelines, all that good stuff. First and foremost, CVS rolls out all of their appointments early in the morning. What time is it? Well, here in Massachusetts, I've been able to clock it somewhere between like 4 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning. Somewhere in that hour, they actually roll out their open spots for the day or for the next few days. And I think they only do this a few times a week. I don't think they do it every day, but at 4 a.m., that's when the floodgates open and everyone who's looking for vaccinations flood the CVS website. So what do you have to be? First step is you need to be online on a computer, not on your phone, on a computer or a laptop, 4 a.m. through 5 a.m. and know that this process may take you up to 2 or more hours to actually get it scheduled because there's so many people trying to get in the books. The next thing that happens when you go in and you try to click on schedule an appointment, it will put you in what's known as a waiting room. If you're not able to get into the waiting room, you need to keep refreshing. You want to have a few browsers open on the CVS COVID vaccination page, and you want to keep refreshing every once in a while to make sure that you are getting through. Eventually, you are going to get through. It is going to tell you that you're in the waiting room. And what's happening is there's so much traffic to the website that they can't let everybody in. They need to make sure that people who are in don't get booted out, all that good stuff. But once you're in the waiting room, don't leave it. You want to stay in the waiting room. It may take 15 minutes, it may take an hour, but don't leave that waiting room. Next step is they're going to kick you over to be scheduled. And then you have to put in your address. Now what's happening, I don't know necessarily how the vaccines are being rolled out in terms of amount. I think what is happening, at least in Massachusetts, from what I've seen on open availability, the less dense areas tend to get filled up the least or the last. So I have a feeling that all these CVSs are getting the same amount, but the amount of people in specific towns or areas tends to be thicker or more dense, and that's filling up certain spots quicker. What does that mean for you? You need to be flexible. You need to be willing to find a location that's not in your local neighborhood in order to actually get on the appointment. Now, when you go to CVS, they tend to have a whole list of cities that have available bookings, and you want to put in those cities or at least those areas. Obviously, you can try to put in yours first because obviously you want to stay local, but you need to be willing to try other areas. I have found, at least for my checks and balances, that when you actually type in the name of the city and the state, as an example, Westford, Massachusetts, you actually have better luck than just putting in a zip code. That might just be randomness on my account. That might actually be some issue with the system, but try typing in the name of the city that you want. And then, of course, you're able to get through and put your scheduled appointment in. It doesn't seem like it's too difficult because frankly, it's not. You just need to be at the right place at the right time and know the right steps. Unfortunately, a lot of people are logging in at 8 a.m. when everything's already booked up and they're getting frustrated, or they're logging in, finding no appointments and leaving. Even if you see no appointments or you're not able to get scheduled, keep refreshing, especially early in the morning, because they're just having traffic issues. And when they open up that window, you've got all these people flooding in and you want to just stick with it. Keep hitting the refresh button and get to that waiting room. Once you're in the waiting room, you're good to go. You want to make sure you have your health insurance card or all that good stuff ready to input your information. If you found this video helpful at all, please do me a favor, give this video a like and just drop a comment and let me know it was helpful to you. I'm hoping that someone watches this video and it just saves a little bit of frustration and has a little bit easier time actually getting their appointment. If you've come this far in the video, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. This channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.